I hate this bullshit that's been going on with this riot where, like, first of all, people be saying, like, I heard it was Antifa what done it. I heard it was Antifa what rioted the Capitol.
We got some real big brain takes here, a lot of rational skepticism going on, I can see. Did you know that all people from the Southeast are complete fucking idiots? I'm sure TJ has a lot of scientific studies backing that up. Isn't that right, TJ? The left is so smart, am I right?
It's like, no, dipshit. It was a bunch of fucking Trump-tards. Like, confirmed, verified fucking Trump-tards.
Yeah, Trump-tards. Yeah, Trump-tards.
And it's like, oh, well, it was Antifa what done it. Like, the conservatives they're splitting into factions right now. Because some of them want to take credit for it and say it's no big deal. Like, hey, yeah, we did fucking storm the Capitol, but you know what? It's pretty fucking based we did that, bro. I mean, it would be based if you did that for, like, a good reason. For, like, a good cause. Like, if you guys actually believed in some form of, like, justice and equality and, like,
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So like I got to fill my speech with like bullshit so like my mind can catch up, and I'm like too lazy to like record more than like one take.
A society that benefits its citizens and stops allowing the elites to exploit and brutalize us. And
you do realize the elites don't support Trump, right? No one can seriously be that fucking stupid, can they? With a straight face, you're going to say that Trump was the candidate favored by the elites. Am I supposed to believe that Wall Street wanted Trump to win? At the same time, the media didn't want Biden to win, that they didn't have a hysterical hatred of Trump? Because if those things aren't true, then you sound like you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Either that or you just lie to your audience for the clicks.
Stops people from having to go to work in fucking Amazon factories for 12 hours a day without breaks. They can't even fucking go to the bathroom, so they piss their fucking pants.
Amazon was a big Joe Biden supporter. They donated heavily to his campaign. You're the one here shilling for Amazon, dumbass. You know what company is the #1 backer of raising the minimum wage? It's Amazon. Amazon work conditions are terrible, but its employees are pretty well paid. At least in terms of low-skill labor, the pay is still terrible, but it's more than the average similar job. Amazon supports a raise in the minimum wage because it would drive its retail competition out of business. You know all the stonks that people are talking about, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, Best Buy? Those companies are on the verge of getting yeeted out of business by Amazon. Yet I'm sure the amazing dumbass would be the first person to line up and defend the raising of the minimum wage.
I mean, people die of fucking heat exhaustion and shit like that. Also Jeff Bezos can fucking rise up and become the world's first fucking trillionaire if Elon fucking useless cocksucking Musk doesn't beat him to it. Like, it's like, if you guys were fucking fighting for that, then yeah, maybe I would be like, it was pretty based how you guys stormed the Capitol, but...
What the fuck are you even talking about? The right has been demanding antitrust action over the last 4 years. It's Joe Biden who was supported by the big tech companies. And Joe Biden per se isn't what terrifies the right. It's the alliance between the elites and the deep state and the elites and big tech. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that TJ hasn't watched any of the public hearings on election fraud. Why would he? He's never going to. So all I can say is this. People on the right believe the election was rigged. For many reasons. One being censorship by social media companies. Another being last-minute changes to how elections are conducted in violation of various constitutional rights. And finally, the belief that fraud changed the outcome of the election. You can laugh at these people because MSNBC says there's no evidence of election fraud, but don't lie and say Trump supporters weren't standing up to the elites of this country. If you believe that the election was rigged in favor of Trump, would you protest at DC? Of course not, because you're in this for the money. When anti-SJW content was popular, you were right there pumping it out. When BreadTube got popular, you dropped all of that shit immediately. Even the aesthetics of your video at this point are nothing but a rip-off of ContraPoints.
Since you were literally like, we think a fat, demagogic, fascist piece of fucking shit should be president forever!
Trump is such a fascist, guys. Do you remember when Mussolini and Hitler were voted out of office? Also, Trump is fat. Everyone knows fat people are bad people. Har, har, har.
Like, yeah, no, that's fine. I wish they would have shot more of you, actually. Because, not...
What an awful thing to say. How does this not violate YouTube's policies? He can just openly celebrate that Ashley Babbitt, an unarmed woman, was shot climbing over a barrier. I condemn violence, so I disavow that he wishes more people got shot at the Capitol. Can you imagine if BLM protesters were trespassing at someone's house, and then I just advocated for police to mow them down? Apparently that's what TJ wished happened to these people who were protesting election transparency.
Like, ew, gross. Like, why? Why would you, huh? What a weird fucking thing to try to fucking have a revolution over, man. Where are your heads at, bruh? Where the fuck your heads at?
Oh yeah. This man was clearly trying to overthrow the government. One thing I know about Trump supporters is that they own guns, yet everyone, I guess, just forgot to bring the guns to the planned revolution. Yeah, right. When have you ever seen Trump supporters protest before? It just happens to be the case that during their first one, it's the most successful protest of all time. This picture alone is legendary. What is the biggest thing that BLM has done? Burn a Wendy's, shoot a black police officer, loot a Target store?
Why are conservatives so dumb? I don't know. I don't even think they're dumb. I think they're just insane. I think they live in a different fucking reality. I mean, like, look, they don't live in reality. They don't live in reality. They don't accept the facts of reality.
You're the one that's ranting like a lunatic in a room that I'd expect to see in a David Lynch movie.
Like, literally, you listen to a conservative talk, the shit they say, it doesn't even make fucking sense. It doesn't even reflect the world as it goddamn actually is.
Kind of like how you imply Trump supporters are pro-elite and that they were trying to help Jeff Bezos by storming the Capitol. Only someone in the most unhinged echo chamber would believe something so ridiculous.
It's weird, because, like, their fringe is on top. Like, Alex Jones says the truly crazy shit, and then the people under Alex Jones, the Alex Jones wannabes, add their little crazy spin to it, and eventually, like, the OANs and the Fox Newses and so forth, and Newsmaxes, they get wind of it, and they say, how can we say this in a way that sounds marginally less crazy?
This is just name calling at this point. Conservatives are crazy. Alex Jones is their leader. Yet I'm not going to tell you what's crazy about them, because everything they believe is crazy. Half of the country is just completely crazy. All conservatism is rationalizing things that Alex Jones says.
And then they figure that out, and then they say it, and then a bunch of fucking people go, yeah, maybe. And every time some fucking idiot sitting on their couch goes, yeah, maybe, they lose they lose one sanity point. And over time, they become fucking lunatics.
Real brilliant political commentary going on here. This is some Stephen Colbert level shit.
That think like, we're gonna storm the Capitol so President Trump can become God Emperor Trump.
What? Imagine being this fucking triggered over a meme as ridiculous as this. Donald Trump lost, and he is still the only thing this guy thinks or talks about. I bet 3 years from now, TJ Kirk is still gonna be putting out videos ranting about Trump.
And we could suck his putrid orange cock for all time.
I was waiting for the inevitable Orange Man bad, and there it is, folks.
It's like, oh, it's so wonderful. What a fucking goal. How proud you must be. Wow, yeah. Big, fat, orange, dumb shit despot. Wow, yeah, that's fucking what America needs. Let's build a wall.
You seem more upset about this than I've seen anyone on the right. And we're the ones who believe the election was stolen. So what's the matter, TJ? Does something ring hollow about the Joe Biden victory? This doesn't seem like the video someone would record after a victory. It seems like the thing someone would record after a humiliating loss.
Let's build a wall around your fucking supporters, dude. It's like, ooh, it's the freedom zone. You guys are free, and there's a big wall around you so that none of us dirty liberals and leftists can get to you. In the freedom zone, you can govern yourselves. Outside the freedom zone, there's a sign that just says gulag, you know. They'll never even fucking notice. They'll be like, man, life's great in the freedom zone. Pass the gruel. Man, I'm sure glad that Trump made the freedom zone good again.
Okay, so you want to put my family and many others in concentration camps. That's what it comes down to. You want to kill everyone who disagrees with you. For years now, the left has called conservatives Nazis and fascists. Yet they're the ones in control of corporate power. They have the support of all the financial institutions. Big tech does their bidding. The media is on their side. Unsurprisingly, it's the conservatives being censored all the time. Anything that happens is automatically our fault. We can't even protest without being called white supremacist terrorists. Many people, TJ included, openly advocate for putting us in the death camps or cleansing us from society. So here's my question. How on earth is it that we are the Nazis? Please support small YouTube channels like mine by subscribing. In a time of unprecedented discrimination and censorship of conservatives, you should also subscribe to me at Gab TV. When this channel is inevitably purged, you'll be able to watch my content over there. Thanks.